Hey everybody, Mrs. Bianchi. A movie streaming service offers 12 children's movies. This is 15% of the total number of movies offered. How many movies does the streaming service offer? We've talked before about a number of ways that you can approach this, but since we've been dealing with equations more recently, we're going to try writing an equation. So if it says we have 12 children's movies and this is 15%, then we would assume that 12 this is would convert to equals 15%. We'd have to think of our favorite equivalent of that. So if we change this to a decimal, we would move it 2 to the left. So 2 to the left would be 1, 2 to the left. That puts the decimal here. And then of the total number of movies. So how about we do like t for our variable? This means that this is being multiplied, right? Of means multiply. All right, so the next step would be to go ahead and apply the inverse operation to the coefficient. So this is the variable, this is the coefficient. What's the opposite of multiplying a variable by 1500ths? It would be to divide by 1500ths. So we're doing 12 and dividing it by 1500ths. Now, if you prefer to do 12 divided by 1500ths, which you can simplify this, that's an option too. But remember, you would multiply by the reciprocal. That would be perfectly fine to do it that way. Now, if we proceed with solving this would equal 1, and on this side of the equation we get t. And when you're not allowed to use a calculator, then you have to show the algorithm for it. So the dividend is 12. So let's rethink that as 12, and let's throw on a bunch of zeros. And then this is 1500ths. But I want to remind you that when you have a decimal divisor, you have to count over 1, 2. We're essentially multiplying that by 100. If we multiply this by 100, we have to multiply this by 100, which means the decimal is going to go right here. So to get you started, 15 won't go into 1. It won't go into 12. So we're looking at 120 to start. Now make sure that you have a digit above this 0 and of course above this 0. Otherwise, you're going to make a mistake. So just be careful.